Once again, the Lokar Car Show returns to Ohio's Summit County Fairgrounds, this time to seek out trucks. We look inside and out, raised and slammed, big and small.
The Lokar Car Show is coming to you with trucks. Hello again and welcome to Super Summit for 2013. This is the Summit County Fairgrounds and we have filled it with cars and trucks, the best of from all over the region. And we're going to see in the next half hour all kinds of makes and all kinds of models. And we're going to see the domestics including Fords, like this beautiful Ford F1, this 1949 that caught my eye. And the thing that I really liked about this, aside from the brilliant color that really looks great in this beautiful, warm, hot summer sun, is the loyalty to Ford. This 460 comes out of a Lincoln. It's glued to a C6 transmission. And so this owner not only gave this car punch with color, but also commitment to the brand by keeping it Ford through and through. So when you take a look at the inside, you can once again see just another well-appointed car. The original gauge cluster has been replaced by modern technology. I can also see that Lokar shifter in there, giving strong shifts and looking good as well. And of course, you move into the back and you can see a well-appointed, well-done bed. And at the very end, the little detail of sneaking the exhaust pipes out through the rear bumper. A nice little finish that indicates the quality that has yet to come in the next half hour. So the enthusiasm for this commitment to Ford is one thing. The enthusiasm and the commitment to Jeep is another thing that Ted Jones caught up with.
You're not going to believe this Jeep. It's been decked out with the people for Best Stop. Look at that bumper right there. Brad, that's your bumper?
That is our bumper. That's the Best Stop High Rock 4x4 high access front bumper.
I like it. Put a nice winch on it. Talk to me about this. A lot of people call these tube doors. You call it?
We call it the Best Stop Element Door. And what's cool about it is you can use it year-round. We offer enclosure kits, soft upper door with plastic zip-out window. So not only can you use it in the summertime as the way you see it here, but when the flurries are flying and the weather's bad, you can seal it up and you've got complete enclosure in the Jeep.
Yeah, and I like this. You put stuff in here, huh?
Yeah. These pockets, they're an optional pocket. You can run them on the outside, you can run them on the inside. Just, a great place to put things when you're on the trail.
All right, well, hey, what's with this little drawer right here?
That's our underseat lock box. A very cool concept. It acts kind of like a security box that you find at a bank. It's made from 16-gauge steel, and it's great to put things that you don't want to see leave your Jeep, like iPods and cell phones and things like that.
And this floor mat has your name on it. This looks like indestructible.
Yeah, really good stuff. It's made from a really durable TPE material, so it's flexible, but it's going to maintain its shape over time.
Is this your top up here?
That is. That's our Trek Top NX, made from a sailcloth material, which is a multi-layer fabric. As you can see, it's got a flip-back sunroof. It's got zip-out windows in the back, and it's got that kind of cool slant back that everybody loves.
Yeah, and then as I come around back here, whoa, look at this, man. Put a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah, this is our new Rough Rider storage options here. And the nice thing about it, all these bags actually are removable. So you can load them up when you're on the trail, then when you get to the campsite, you take them off and take them right in the tent with you.
Boy, I'm all ready to go camping in one of these things. Okay, Griff, you got any Jeeps out there, buddy?
Well, Ted, I think I might have found you a Jeep, at least one that's caught my eye. I affectionately call it the Bumblebee because of the color scheme. But I think what this screams is the rugged commitment to the outdoors that Jeep owners are known for. So lots of lighting, the winch up front, of course, the lift kit, and then making power courtesy of Gale Banks. A very well-appointed piece here, right down to the textured finish on the step bar here that leads into the cab. If you go to the back here, you can see this trailer. Is that once in a while you'll see people towing with a Jeep, but not often do you see it being done with an old farm wagon that was converted with the axle underneath and having matching Mickey Thompson Super Swampers. And the story that I'm told is that this trailer was originally that of the father of this owner. So a great way to combine family tradition and heritage with modern technology. We'll be back with more interesting stuff and fun stuff from the Lokar Car Show.
This edition of the Lokar Car Show, presented by Lokar Performance Products, is being brought to you by Lokar, quality plain and simple. ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. Stage 8, the world's best locking fastener. And by Holley, undisputed leader in fuel systems for over 100 years.
Welcome back to the Lokar Car Show, where I promised you trucks, and boy, oh boy, did I ever find a truck, a 1967 Ford F100, but I bet you've never found one with this much horsepower, 1,100 ponies, almost 6 liters of displacement here in this supercharged machine that has been completely done by Wes from the ground up. Why?
I just wanted to have something really wild to get a lot of attention from my custom paint shop in Dover, Ohio. There's no better advertisement than actually showing people what you can do. My theory with this was just make it loud enough and bright enough that people have to look whether they want to or not.
Some people might think it's an unusual choice, a 67 F100, huh?
This would be my third F-Series pickup truck from 67 to 68. Just always liked the trucks, liked how they drove, and I wanted something that had some suicide doors on it. I wanted something that had a blower. I wanted something that was loud and just a pretty color, and I always liked blue, so I did the candy blue. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty much everything I ever wanted in a hot rod. It's just bad.
You don't have to look too far to realize it's set up for the track.
Yeah, we've had it on the track a few times. Unfortunately, I don't have any accurate numbers because I've never been brave enough to run it all the way out. It is on an air suspension. I've never really seen anybody try and harness this kind of horsepower on an air suspension. So far, we haven't got out of the 9s yet with it, but I'm thinking if I get brave enough, we'll get her in the 8s.
Can you tell me how fun it is?
It is a blast. And my daughters, they love it.
Nice detail and appointments on the interior, especially molding the dash into the roll bar.
Yeah, that was a touch that I just wanted to have something really clean looking in there, and we incorporated the autometer gauges and stuff down in there also.
Take a look down here. The nitrous purge comes out of the nose of the skull, which of course has the flashing LEDs. And you notice maybe these stickers that you can get that have these bullet holes. Well, if you look closely, you can see that they really are real bullet holes. Legend has it that one day in the shop, 44 Magnum with special slugs was fired into the body panels. And not just for show, they go all the way through, proving that this is tough to the last detail.
Okay, Griff, you like trucks? Let me talk to you about trucks, Pure Flow Air Dog, and some of the systems they have for the newer diesels. What do you got right here, Anthony?
This is an air separation system for diesel trucks. What it does is it removes all the air from diesel fuel, sending nothing but pure fuel to the engine.
Why do I want to do that?
The air in the fuel is inevitable. You can't get rid of it. You can slow some of it down, but the best way to do it is to eliminate all the air in the fuel. It corrects delayed timing in the engine, gives you a little increase in horsepower and torque, on top of giving you a higher volume of fuel to the engine.
Okay, so it's probably going to be more fuel efficient, better mileage?
Absolutely. You usually see 1 to 3, depends on other modifications to the truck.
Just hard to install?
No, very easy. What it comes with is quick and easy, quick connect fittings. Everything is just plug and play, just like factory OE fittings.
Okay, and then are these changeable filters?
Yep, we have crossover numbers for these. It's a 2-micron filter and a water separator filter, removes all the water particulates from the fuel as well.
Okay, and this looks like an electric motor. What does it do?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this particular unit is a 165 gallon per hour system. Electric motor, just standard plug and play. It comes with a wiring harness and everything you need to install on your trucks.
All right, so it's simple in and out, and that's about it.
Absolutely.
Hey, really neat deal. Let's get back to you, Griff. Find me another neat truck, man.
You know, Ted, for diesel trucks, that's absolutely fantastic. But for some trucks that burn petrol, this might be the answer. In fact, the Chevy S10, the whole mini truck craze, was the answer for a lot of young enthusiasts without a lot of financial resources to really get into the scene. This is the way that they staked their claim. They could get one of these trucks for next to no money, and then they very easily could go to work with a Sawzall and plasma cutter and other tools that they had in their garage to modify these trucks and make them their own. They gave them a very street look with a bounce and to tilt and to compete like that and to hop. A little bit of ghost flaming. It's a nice touch that's not really that difficult to get done to a fairly decent level. So this would be a good entry example for a lot of young enthusiasts to really get their first taste of getting a machine, chopping it, and owning it. Even though this machine is here with a cracked windshield, and even though it's got its nicks and its war wounds, and even though the owner is actually trying to pick up a couple of Benjamins by selling some used parts, it doesn't matter because it still shows that commitment and that passion to the things that we love on 4 wheels. We've got more of them after the break when the Lokar Car Show returns. Welcome back to the Lokar Car Show, where we're featuring trucks this week. And when you think back to the 19-teens, you realize that Ford had the market pretty much cornered on a chassis that you could put a million things on, and a lot of people put trucks on those chassis. Or if you were the adventurous, thrill-seeking type, you could put a speedster together. However, you weren't around then. What is somebody as young as you doing with a 1918 Ford Speedster?
Well, my grandfather got my father into this, and then my father got me into this when I was about 5 years old. And I started building Model Ts with my dad when I was about 5 and 6. I was just handing them wrenches and stuff. As I grew older, I really grew a passion for the car and told my dad when I was 13 I wanted to get my hands on one and wanted to build one. At 14, I picked up a chassis and started working on it, and the rest is history. I sandblasted the chassis, tore apart the motor, sent the motor to a guy named Kevin Bruce down in Columbiana, Ohio, restores motors on the side, does Model T motors, Model A motors. Came up with a body design based off of a couple other cars that I had seen throughout the years. Did the body myself and along with my dad, and my mom sewed up the seat for me, and then I went ahead and did all the fabrication, the rest of it on that.
What was the funnest part about doing all that? The actual work or doing something with your family involved?
Really, both of those things were coming together at the same time, doing the work and learning through trial and error, and having a reason to spend time with my dad and to get my mom involved in the project was really cool too.
And you know what? Someone out there is looking at that windshield and thinking, that's trick, how do I get one?
Well, the windshield is an aftermarket piece that was available back in the 20s. If you wanted to make a speedster like this back in the day, you just take the body off your car, just like they do now where they're cutting parts off their car and lowering things to the ground or jacking your truck up. Same idea, you're taking the body off your car and you need another windshield to put on your car, so that was your speedster, your sporty windshield that you would put on your vehicle. And that I picked up at Snyder's down also in Columbiana. They're an aftermarket part supplier for Model Ts for people that are trying to restore their cars.
As you walk around here today, you're going to see thousands of horsepower and all kinds of adjectives that end in EST, but yet this has very modest performance. How fast does it go?
It'll do about 70 miles an hour. I got it on the dyno about 2 years ago, and it came out at like 18 horsepower off the back wheels. But I'm pretty sure it has about 25 or 26. That's what I tell people.
Hey, all right, so you're cheating a little bit, but you're allowed to do that. But if you legitimately want more power, one thing that you can do is you can do it with the exhaust, which is very plain here, but Ted Jones has an answer for those who want a little bit more.
Well, Griff, since we're doing trucks here, I've got some items for trucks. This is Dennis Olson. He's with Diamond Eye. And what is Diamond Eye? What do you make?
Diamond Eye is a manufacturer of diesel exhaust. We're also doing gas now, but we do the Ford, Dodge, and Chevy in 4-inch, 5-inch, duals, stainless, aluminized, pretty much everything.
So Cummins and...
Oh, you bet, everything.
Let's take a look at some of these things. Why has this got a heat wrap?
Basically, it takes care of the heat because of the fact it used to have a heat shield on it. If you look at what the OE looks like, they're better ideas and better. It's an oval design. We put it in a round design, and basically what it does is bring down the EGTs by 150 degrees off the turbo.
150?
150.
And you have just like, these are just tips, huh?
We've got a variety of tips, an angle cut, 15 degree, 45 degree, pencil tip, turn downs. It's a 304 stainless, or we've also got a black available. We've also got a black stainless, which we came out with.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
You see, the vented ones are for the newer applications, the 07.5 to the 013s. Takes care of the heat off the DPF.
And on down here, I see you order these mufflers.
Yeah, what's nice about our mufflers is we use the same muffler in all the applications, whether it's aluminized or stainless. That's a stainless 409 muffler, straight through. It's perf packed, meaning it's got stainless mesh on the inside of the tube and roving to hold it together and keep the sound down.
So it'll never rust.
Shouldn't.
Of course, you're available in the Summit catalog.
Exactly. High performance diesel section.
And you have a website.
Yes, Diamond Eye Performance.
There you have it, folks. You need some of the neatest stuff to try to fix your truck up. Look this up at the Summit catalog.
Thanks very much, Ted. You know, the 1958 Chevy Apache, you don't see too many of these anymore, let alone see one this well done. And Lenny, this is a work in progress. They're all works in progress. This one is 30 plus years you've been working on this?
Easy, 35 and a half now. Every winter it gets something major done to it.
First of all, what attracted you to this particular machine?
It's just unique. It had windows in it, and it was not from Ohio. It didn't have rust in it. It was like a diamond in the rough to me. Most of them don't have windows in these things. And I seen this, and it was like the pictures in the back. It's all green. It was nasty looking. The bumper was actually through the windshield. It had a big cow bumper on the front. It was nasty. It was just one of them diamonds in the rough you seen it. So I said, dude, $800? Yeah, buddy, here you go.
What did you start with first?
Made it drivable to get back from Oklahoma City, because it wasn't even drivable. The engine was wore out, the tranny, the kingpins in the steering, they wouldn't even turn. it actually seized up on me. I had to put a piece of angle iron and weld it to make this thing turn. They were so wore out.
All the work you've done yourself?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if you can see, but like I cut the frame off right here with a sawzall. I cut the whole straight axle out of this thing, and I had a 72 Z28 Camaro, and I took that, put them side by side, measured it, and notched the frame here and fit it in there. So I had independent suspension and disc brakes in the front because I didn't have it. They only had the little toy shoe brakes here. This thing wasn't stopping too well anymore, so that was done there. And I put the 9-inch Ford in the back, had disc brakes on that, and narrowed it down. Had to tub it out in the back of that. It was a lot of work, but I love doing it. It's just a passion, you know. It's just like the engine's getting a little wore out now because I run this thing hard, man. It doesn't get babied. It doesn't get trailered to car shows. The thing is, what you see is what you get with it, so I love it.
My favorite thing about this machine, definitely the paint and graphics. We'll have more great stuff when the Lokar Car Show returns to Super Summit right after this.
This edition of the Lokar Car Show, presented by Lokar Performance Products, is being brought to you by Lokar, quality, plain and simple. Hurst, America's #1 shifter. Soft Seal, quality is our legacy. And by KRC Power, precision power steering pumps and pulley systems built in the USA since 1997.
We're glad you're back for more of the Lokar Car Show, coming to you from Super Summit 2013 at the Summit County Fairgrounds in Talmadge, Ohio. We can usually predict the kind of trucks that we're going to see in the truck segment of the Lokar Car Show, but I bet no one predicted that you'd find an international 1-ton dump truck. This 200 is a 1974 model. Joe and Stacy Ainsley from Talmadge, Ohio brought this one here. And the reason I like it is because it's an unexpected surprise. Remember that internationals were farm equipment, not a pretty truck, not a show truck, not something that you would dress up and then take to an event like this. But yet Joe and Stacy did just that, and that's what really caught my eye. They took this workhorse and gave it some beautiful paint, gave it a nice little bit of lift, put some graphics onto it to advertise their Ainsley trucking business, and then also even took the care to make sure that the hydraulics were very clean and neat. Even all the way to the back of the machine, you can see how clean the bumper is. Even the touch of the diamond plate that they've taken the care to cut and section properly. And even the bed, which we can see is used, is still well cared for. So the reason this one caught my eye is because I wasn't expecting it.
This week's Lokar Lowdown, Brian, you guys at Lokar, you haven't forgot your street rod enthusiast, but you realize there's a lot going on out there in the muscle cars, and folks that have a bench seat, well, need to be able to get a shifter in there.
That's true, and what we've done is we've come up with our floor mount shifter, but we've also come up with a new lever. It's called the bench bend lever, is exactly what we call it, and it's for that muscle car guy that's got the bench seat in the car.
Yeah, where you don't have a whole lot of room, and going with the floor mount, that's going to be the best way to not make a big mess in there.
It is. The floor mount shifter solves a lot of problems, especially in the muscle car where you have the floor tighter to the transmission than you do in some street rods. But with the bench bend itself, it's just got a good classic 4-speed type look. It continues so that it doesn't look like you've put something in there that doesn't belong. We're trying to make it look like it was, you know, more of a retro rod type of thing.
And when you go to order this, it's not like you have to worry about what size you need or whatever, because we've got one standard size.
Yes, these are only come in 16-inch right now, and we've had good luck with that. It seems to fit the cars very well. You can get it with any knob that we offer. You can get it with any form of shifter, whether it be a cable operator, a floor mount shifter, or our standard ATS, but still 16-inch, and that's all you get.
Quality, plain and simple, made in the USA, and as always, lifetime warranty. Want to find out more about this and all the Lokar products? Just visit lokar.com and like them on Facebook.
How can you make a truck stand out for not a lot of money with things that you can do in your own garage? Well, you're looking at a good example of that. Well, aside from the paint kit here and a bolt-on hood, you're looking at a lens kit and you're looking at a body kit that really set this Ford pickup truck apart in my eyes. Now, it has been lowered, so that is a little bit more into a pro shop area, but still it can be done very quickly and easily. A wheel and tire package sets this off very, very nicely. The side skirts, as well as the graphics as they continue throughout the length of the machine, really gives us a nice sense of speed. And if you look down below, you can see the exhaust jetted out of the side. Definitely an aggressive look. A tonneau cover that is very nice by Xtang, but it's definitely not something that would be off the chain or too extreme, but still it's something that gives it a very clean look. You come around the back, you recess the license plate, and then give it a little bit of a graphics here with some airbrushing in the back. And what you've got is an attention getter with a stock interior, mind you, that still will be able to turn heads.
Also turning heads were some of the weekend's activities, which included rock crawling, motocross acrobatics, and of course everyone's favorite monster truck, Bigfoot.
Today has been exciting at Super Summit for 2013. And Jim, the magic formula is what that attracts all these people?
Just the enthusiasts, our customers, the fans, everyone that enjoys everything that we do and what we have to offer has just been fabulous. So we've had a great day, wonderful weather, great facility, and for our first year here, it's just been incredible.
And you've had to expand to come out of the property in nearby Talmadge. Coming onto the fairgrounds, how well has that worked logistically for you as well as the fan?
When we were back at the headquarters, we had just gotten to the point of no room to grow. The show just kept getting bigger and bigger every year. So the fairgrounds were about 4 miles from our headquarters, our retail store. We've worked great with the fairgrounds. We've got a lot of space here to grow, although we've had a bigger turnout for this first year here at the fairgrounds than we ever imagined, and it has just been incredible.
So then what does that tell you the future holds for Super Summit in years to come?
Kind of scary. We took what was 2 shows. We had Super Summit and Truck Fest previously. We decided to go to a 2-day show, make it bigger, do it all, get all the manufacturers here. And like I said, we're a little surprised by the turnout this year, and we're kind of scratching our heads for next year. Where's this thing going to go in 2 or 3 years? And we're already looking around for space.
And I don't want our viewers to forget the tourist attraction that is in Talmadge, Ohio, called the Summit Motorsports Store.
Oh, absolutely. We've got a 25,000 square foot retail store attached to our headquarters and warehouse facility. Absolutely gorgeous. If you're ever in the area, ever down Route 76, exit 29, and stop in and see it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's like a jewelry store for hot rodders.
That's a great way to sum it up. And we hope that you join us next time for another exciting Lokar Car Show.
And finally, the Lokar Pick of the Week. This awesome automobile will be in competition for the Pick of the Year at the end of the season, a special December episode of the Lokar Car Show. What do you think will win? Stay tuned.